Hey everybody, I am so excited to be here. So I am Shari. Welcome to my studio. I am a couple things. I am a pelvic floor occupational therapist, and I'm also a certified Pilates teacher. And I am the owner of Posture Power Wellness in Denver. We are online as well if you guys are not in the Denver area, if you're interested after. So what I do, I fuse Pilates and pelvic floor therapy. My goal is to make pelvic floor therapy accessible to all women and a part of our day-to-day lives. These muscles get challenged throughout our days all the time. And so the goal is to kind of give them a good base, good strength. So we are firing and functioning at our best. And there's no reason it can't be fun. So we tie this into Pilates. I actually just finished my signature program, which is Pilates and pelvic floor here. And we laugh, we joke around, we're a community, and we are working on our pelvic floors. It is amazing. I've had huge success. So I am really excited to start to build some of that with you. With new moms, I often get the questions of where do I start? So this is really where I want to focus today and kind of focus on our conversations and so forth. There will be some time for questions at the end. We're going to be moving together. So don't feel like you need to stop. If you need to stick your question into chat so that you don't forget it, please do. If not, do know that we will open up the mics. Everybody, we can just chat at the end. So any questions, anything pelvic floor, anything progressing, you got me. So at your fingertips, feel free to ask whatever you would like. But we are going to start with some movement. We're actually going to start with some breath. So I'm going to lose my glasses. I don't need them. And I'm going to come up onto this mat and steal a sip of water. Hold on one second. Okay. I am going to have you start with just sitting upright. Cross those legs, just sit onto the floor, and you're going to take your hands and just kind of rest them onto your knees. We're going to start with just moving through our spine, opening it up, and starting to get an awareness of breath. Breath is so important. Breath can help connect you into your core. It can connect into your pelvic floor. It can start to get things firing correctly and start just kind of reconnecting everything. It's where I love to get people started. Okay, so hands are going to be on your knees. All I want you to do is tilt your pelvis. You're going to just kind of round yourself back and extend yourself upright. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. Okay, so you're going to kind of curl in, just get the whole spine to open, pull on those hands and extend up. Just back and forth, move through everything. Nice. One more. Good. Okay, find center, sit up nice and tall. I just want you to turn your head side to side. Let's warm up those necks. Good. Last one. Center, head up and down. Good. Just moving through. You've been hunched over, baby. Your whole spine has been impacted. Just take a second and open it. Awesome. All right. Sit up nice and tall. And I want you to just take a deep breath, okay? So just inhale and exhale. Take another one. I don't care where this breath is going right now. I'm not here to tell you to breathe differently right now. I just want you to check into your systems. Check into where is that breath going? Where are you feeling it kind of expand in your body? Okay. All right. Now we're going to lay ourselves down. So you're going to lay down onto the floor. I want knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Okay. We're going to move into our pelvis a little bit. I want you to tilt that pelvis down and then curl it up. Okay. Just find motion. I do not care what muscles you're using right now. I want you to just open up that lower core. Good. Keep going back and forth. One more. Good. Find center. And I'm going to have you just tilt side to side. So you're just kind of taking it over side to side. You can let those knees go with you. We're just loosening up that low back. You know what? Actually, take your legs a little wider and really let those legs come down and over. Feel that stretching and opening up your hips, moving that low back, moving that pelvis, just opening things. Give me one more each side. I could do this forever. It feels amazing. Good. All right. Find center. Bring the sheet back a little bit. So I like to use the cue hip width apart. Hip width apart is about a fist between your knees. So if you can kind of guesstimate a fist, you're in the right position. Okay. So now I'm going to get a little pickier about your positioning. I know you all know where your butt crack is. I want that butt crack heavy on the mat. I want you to think about sticking your butt crack down in the mat and opening up your back a little bit. Okay. I want you to get out of that thought process of flattening your back down. This is a cue that's given in a lot of different exercise places, lots of settings. Stop it. Stop doing it. I want you to think butt's heavy. You are not arching off. You are in a natural position. You should be able to just slide your fingers underneath naturally. When you can find this position and exercise in it, you are going to get a better deep core connection. That is really important because when we're in this back flat down against the mat, I'm actually cutting off this whole part of my body. That is not what we want. Okay. So crack goes to the mat, crack to the mat. All right. Keeping the crack heavy. I want you to take another deep breath. And exhale. Okay. We're now going to start getting picky about this breath. This breath, I want this breath to go lower. I want this breath to be hitting your pelvic floor. Okay. So when you inhale, I want you to feel your stomach expand up, your ribs expand out to the sides, your back expand down. We call it 360 degrees of expansion. I know, shocker. All right. As you're expanding, I also want you to feel your pelvic floor expand down between your legs. Now, as you exhale, that pelvic floor naturally comes up. Everything zips inwards to pull up and help get the breath out. Now, you do this a couple times. Inhale, find the expansion, and then exhale. So a pitfall that some people come into, and I want you to be mindful of this. I'm going to move my arms just so you can see what's happening, is they inhale and they arc a little. And then as they exhale, they curl up, trying to find that connection. Try not to move that pelvis. Keep that tailbone heavy. Just breathe in, feel the expansion, and exhale. Gentle connection in. I want all this work to be done internally. Nothing on the outside should be moving. Okay. One more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's start challenging this a little bit. Okay. Keep that butt heavy. I still don't want that pelvis moving. Take your hands, just rest them onto your pelvis just to help make you more aware of what's happening. I want you to gently bring one leg up and back down. Can you do the other leg? Up and down. We're just going to switch back and forth 5 times. So we're just floating it up. I'm really trying not to move at all in my pelvis. I'm keeping my pelvis nice and strong so that there's no motion. 2 more. Beautiful. 1 more. Awesome. Okay, I have a question for you. Because I want you to kind of get a little more awareness in here. While you're floating one leg up and back and forth, could you feel yourself tilt a little bit side to side? This is part of what we're going to try to zip in because it's going to help you get a better connection. So now we're going to do this again, but we're going to add a step. I want you to keep your hands on that pelvis. Your left leg, can you put some pressure into that left foot into the, so that as you're pushing down, you can feel that kind of come up that leg and across and stabilize into the opposite hip. So now we're only going to move the right leg. You're going to float it up into tabletop and bring it back down. Keep that connection in the left leg on the floor while you're moving the right one up and down. Okay. You should feel a little bit more of a connection into that hip flexor, which is on the right on that front part of the pelvis. We're really making those hip flexors do the work, which is what we want. All right. Beautiful. Give me two more. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it on down. Let's do the other side. So keep that connection into your heel. Float that right one up. Left one up. Right leg, heel is pushing into the mat. Left leg is floating up and down. It's not uncommon that one side is easier than the other as well. So if you're like, wow, this is so different, it's spot on. Beautiful. Give me two more. Nice. All right. Keep the left one down. Keep the connection into that heel. Float the right one up. Hold it. Flex your foot. Can you push through your heel and bring it back? Good. Do that again. Two. Check into that crack. Are you keeping it down? Are you able to maintain that natural curve? Good job. We're going to do two more here. Hip flexor should be getting toasty. I do this all the time and mine's toasty. Beautiful. Bring it on down. It's amazing when you isolate it, what it feels like. Okay. Put the pressure into that right leg. Float the left leg up. Flex that foot. Push it out and bring it back. Do that again. Out and bring it back. Two, three, four. Good. Keep driving through that heel. One more. Nice. Bring it on down. All right. We're going to make it a little bit harder. We're just going to keep adding a little baby layer on here. We're really just trying to wake some of this up, okay? So left leg, put the pressure in, bring your right leg up into tabletop. Before we move, check into that. Are you rocking in that pelvis? Get that tailbone heavy. Stay this position. Can you take a deep breath? And exhale. How low did that one go? All right. Push your leg out. Now we're going to tap your legs straight down and pull up just till the legs are even. Yeah. Working on firing that up. Again, I don't want that pelvis to move. Make sure that butt crack is staying down on the mat. 4, 5, 6. Give me two more. Amazing. Okay, breathe that one on down. Nice job. We're going to do the other side. So float the left leg up. Get that pressure into the right foot. Hold here for a second. Check into your tailbone. Take a deep breath. Was it harder to get that breath down lower on one side over the other? These are all places for you to just kind of check into what's happening in your body. Okay. All right. Push that leg out. Flex that foot. Tap that leg down and bring it back up. Beautiful. This is 5. We got 3 more. Last one. Amazing. Okay. Bring it on in. Bend it. Go ahead, just windshield wiper side to side again. I think wide windshields are such an important thing for us all to do. It really helps open up both your external and internal hip rotators. And these rotators are like where they're positioned in the pelvis are right above the pelvic floor. So they really do have a relationship. They work together. They do not work independently of each other. And if one is tight, it really can stress the other one. So the more we can find flow, the more things are going to work together efficiently. Awesome. All right, find center. All right, I know we all know how to do bridges. Bridges are done all the time, but I want to tweak your bridge a little bit so you're going to get more of a pelvic floor and core connection with it. Okay, so traditional bridge is that you just push straight up. What I want from you is for an articulation to happen. I want you to think about peeling up your spine one vertebrae at a time. So you're going to tilt that pelvis and you're going to slowly peel up one vertebrae at a time. Think about sending your energy out over your knees. So you're going to get some length. Now maintain that length and try to come back down the same way. So put your ribs down first. Slowly lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time until you unwind that pelvis. Go back and forth. Keep going. This is going to make you use your deep core a little bit more. It's going to help open up those hip flexors and get them playing. It's your glutes are still working, but we're making other things come to the party as well. Again, we do not work one muscle at a time. It's not how we function. So let's get everything moving together. Last one. Stay up on this one. We're going to try something. Can you raise one hip, then raise the other hip, and raise one hip, and the other hip? Little dance. Just kind of opening up a side. Good. Awesome. And then lower back down. Beautiful. We're going to do another side to side twist, but we're going to add a little bit of an oblique midline to this. Can you bring your feet together? So I want you to zip up your legs. So legs are sealed from pelvis to feet. So everything is squeezed. And you're going to rotate those knees over to stack to one side. If you notice, my feet are stacking right on top of each other. I am not pushing through my feet. I am just rotating through. I am doing this rotation from my core, from finding that midline. Good. One more. Good. All right. Come to center. I have one more hip exercise, and then we are going to move on to some rib stuff. I'm going to have you bring your right leg up into tabletop to start. I'm going to have you take it out. I want you to give me some circles. So I want the other leg to stay bent the whole entire time because it's going to help keep your pelvis in a better position. So keep that connection into the foot. Keep that butt crack down. Tailbone is heavy and give me those circles. Just make them as big as you can control them. Again, I don't want that pelvis moving. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can you switch directions? 1, 2, 3. 7 and 8. Ooh, it's always amazing how when you go a little bit slow, lower and slow, how much you can feel it. Okay, same thing other side. So put that pressure into the right foot. Take your left leg up, extend it out, hold it, and give me those circles. The goal is, again, nothing moves in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other direction. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woohoo! Good. Bring it on down. Nice. Okay. We're going to just keep our knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Get that tailbone heavy. Take your hands and just bring them up onto your wrists. All right. Ladies, you've all had a baby in there for quite some time, and our ribs like to just stay up. There's a conversation, like, there's a thought process that with doctors that they're like, oh, they just go back naturally. They don't. Let's work at that a little bit. Let's get those obliques firing. This is actually going to help your pelvic health. Okay. So, what I want you to do is take the heel of your hand and put it on that bump of the rib that's like kind of right in the front, and take your fingers and point them towards your opposite hips. Okay. Now, we're going to breathe into this to kind of help fire it up. You're going to inhale, feel everything expand. As you exhale, I'm going to have you crisscross down. So you're just gently thinking about those ribs going towards the opposite hips. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. You may feel a little tightness in your back. It is okay. It's sometimes those ribs go all the way out from your spines. So just slowly keep deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Good. Okay, I'm gonna have you bring your arms up to shoulder height. Now, take one more deep breath for me and exhale. I want you to really focus on keeping that crisscross connection. So I want you to think about those ribs going down. A lot of times when we move our arms, people don't realize what their ribs splay. I want you to fight that. I want you to try to maintain that connection and raise your arms up overhead and bring it back. Good. So we're just working on trying to disconnect this. So keep the ribs down so that they're our stabilizer while we move that arm instead of everything moving as one. Good. 4, 5, 6. One, two more. Last one. Amazing. Now take it out wide and back up. Again, focus on those ribs staying connected down. Okay. Wait. Wait. Okay. Okay. All right, bring
Hi,
it back
how
up.
are you? Sorry.
Turn. One arm
She
goes.
is.
We're going to
Thank
do
you so much.
diagonal.
Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Have a good day.
Good. Keep going. Diagonals. Nice. Keep focusing on those ribs, not moving. We're just practicing how can we move our arms without our ribs moving. Okay. It's really easy for all that stuff to start going together. But what we want is to start finding the ability to stabilize someplace, to mobilize someplace else. Awesome. Last one. Good. Kick them back to center. Hands are in the center, palms are facing each other. I want you to give me some nice big open circles. Take a minute. Let's open those shoulders up. But again, try not to let those ribs go all over the place. I also don't want you flattening that back down to help find this. Can you find some strength there, some stabilization instead? Beautiful. All right, one more, and then we're going to switch directions. Good. All right, other way. 2 more. Good time for you to open those shoulders. And you've been rounded around a small body. Beautiful. All right. Take your hands, bring them down onto your pelvis. And I want you to take another deep breath from me. I'm going to have you inhale. How low could you get that breath? Can you get it down somewhere a little bit? Can it creep in? And exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. All right. Everybody, sit on up for me. Go ahead, face your, oh, give me a second. Claude is trying to join us and I can't see everyone. All right, perfect. I'm going to have you cross your legs in front again. And then you sit up tall. Reach those arms down. And I'm going to have you tilt that pelvis back and forth again. So we're actually right back to where we started. But I want to see, can you find a little bit more mobility? Is it moving a little bit easier? Good. Can you sit up a little taller? Can you find those sit bones? Yeah. These are all the things that we're looking for. Good. All right. Stay up nice and tall. And I'm going to have you take a couple of deep breaths for me. Inhale and exhale. One more. Think back to when class started. How were you breathing? Where was your breath? How far did it go? Were you breathing into your chest? How's it changed? Okay. So breath, as I said before, keep breathing as I'm talking. Um, your breath is a tool. Your breath is such a spectacular tool. It can help connect you into that deep, deep core, which directly works with your pelvic floor. Ideal breath is diaphragmatic breath. Diaphragmatic breath is when your diaphragm and pelvic floor come down at the same time. And then as you exhale, they come back up. Okay. They want to be stacked on top of each other. Our abdominal muscles help with that expansion and pull in and out. When you can find this, it means that your pelvic floor will be contracting and relaxing. Your deep core will be contracting and relaxing, and it's all working together as a canister. Ladies, this canister has been so interrupted with your pregnancies, and this is what we want to get back. Using the breath can be a way for you to start building those connections and getting a deeper core connection. If you take anything from today, it's the breath. This is where we start. This is how we can get things firing. When we go breathe into our chest, it is a shallow breath and it actually puts more pressure onto those areas. It really actually increases the pressure on that pelvic floor because we're kind of hinging instead and we're not getting down. You want to feel an expansion on your inhale. You want to feel a connection pulling in on your exhale. Okay. It's a process. It is something to work on. So you may not get it the first time, but keep practicing, keep playing with that. How low can I go breath? Can you get it to go in a little deeper? Every time you get a little deeper of a connection, you connect one more muscle fiber, it will make a difference. So please stick with it. Keep working on the breathing. It is easier to find a breath lying down. Standing upright or sitting upright is the hardest. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So practice it lying down. It's a good place to do it. It also helps center us. It can help you kind of get a good mind body connection while you're going through these massive changes in your life. I went right into who I was. I never told you where my passion came from. I'm going to give a little bit of that as we switch over to question and answer. I'm going to come a little bit closer. So I told you I'm a pelvic floor therapist. What I didn't tell you is that I'm a mom. I'm a mom of two children who left me. Thank God they're gorgeous. They left me with a diastasis. They left me with pelvic floor issues. I designed this program to help myself when nobody else would. So I am here to help you. I know this works. I have helped countless women. And I have every single one of them start with this breath. So I hope that this helps. On that note, that's my soapbox. I am here to answer any questions whatsoever. I'm your resident pelvic health expert. So it can be about what we just did. It can be something about going where you're at, something with where you feel like you should go. So ask away. I think Mary's jumping back on as well. So you guys can put your questions in the chat or you can really unmute yourself. This is a smaller group, which is great. We can have a beautiful conversation if we want. So it is whatever your comfort. Mary, we have any questions yet?
I don't
No.
see any questions.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking for a minute then. I am going to I'm going to share my screen for a minute. So bear with me. I'm not very savvy at this. I do have this. Oh, I have it set up. Let me, I can't read this. Hold on. This whole glasses thing. To bypass the system private window picker. It's fine. I want this. Share. All right. Oh, this is what, okay, hold on. It's really small with what you're looking at. I need to get to it. I'm having technical difficulties. Give me a moment. They changed Zoom on me. All right. Is that big? Can you see like a large, nice little,
Oh, yeah.
yay. Okay. All right. I love leaving everybody with this thought. Ladies, you made a baby. Congratulations. You are a rock star. It is your what we have done is the everyday miracle. And I say that in all the wonderful thatness that it is, but at the same time, it's a miracle that we did this. And think about what your body just went through to do it. There's so much trauma that happened to your body that needs to be rehabbed. This is no different than an ACL tear. Why is it an ACL tear? There's a focus on rehab right away. Women, it's not. There's this thought process that we can hit the ground running and we can just do this. We can't. You give your body time to rehab. Be good to it. Give it grace. Everybody rehabs on a different level. I think this is really important. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's circumstances are different. And they all impact your ability to bounce back. Okay. So keep that in mind. I think it's really important. There's a lot of discussions about this, that 6-week checkup that you're great. Go back to whatever you're doing. Please take that with a grain of salt. Your body is nowhere near ready. You need to work into it. You need to listen to it. Give yourself grace. Women, new research is showing that it is upwards to 6 months to a year, sometimes a little bit beyond, depending on how many children you have, that women start to get back, be recovered. So give yourself some time. It's really important. If you're a runner, it's really, really important for you to know that relaxin is still in your body upwards to 6 months. If you are nursing, relaxin is in your body longer. This is going to impact your ability to get back to high impact exercise because it's hard on your joints. And if you have relaxin pump and everything is loosey goosey, and you can really impact that pelvis. So be mindful. Try to get these deep connections first. Try to get that core firing, get that pelvic floor functioning correctly. If you can do the littler things first, you're going to build a strong, strong, strong foundation, which is so important. So please give yourself grace. Don't compare yourself to others. And please do not compare yourself to anything you see on social media because it's not doing any of us a service, let me tell you. So you're rock stars. I'm so thankful for you guys joining me here. Again, I am here to answer any questions you have. I hope you enjoyed your little bit of movement and connecting into your body.
Shari, I was actually wondering if you could talk a little bit more about just what your online program looks like, just the format and yeah, like the length of sessions and just kind of what you recommend if you're doing it online.
Absolutely. And I'm going to actually switch to that page then. So thank you. I have this here for all of you as well. So what we just did was a little snapshot of my program. So CoreRehab uses pelvic floor therapy and Pilates. You can do this as early as 2-3 weeks postpartum because you're literally going to start with this breath work. Okay. So everything is at posturepowerwellness.com. If you are in Denver and you want to come in person, amazing. Come. I'd love to get my eyes on you and my hands and like just get in there. Most of you are not. And I get that. And I also know that coming into a session, into a studio for an hour-long session is a major feat when you have a newborn. So this is why we put a lot of it online. And all of it's me. Doing the exercise is very similar to what we just did. It's taken the full format, and it's literally about finding this really, really, really stable, neutral place and starting to connect and work out of it. So I have a little bit of everything for everybody. We have exercises, just exercises. You can go in there and just do the exercises if that's what you want. I also have curated collections. So there's a postpartum collection that's literally going to walk you through breath, how to find the breath, how to get your ribs firing, how to get that pelvic floor connected, how to find this neutral. We do all the hows. I put all the little anecdotal things that when you go to a therapist and are doing a one-on-one with them, we always have these random little nuggets of information we throw you. Well, I started writing all those random nuggets down and I've put them into presentations there for you. The whole idea was to give you access. The idea was born from, I told you I had a diastasis and pelvic floor issues, and I had doctors tell me to just deal. I had people, nobody offered me any help. My kids are now 17 and 15. Well, I'm spicy. And I was like, well, okay, then I'm going to fix this myself. And then I lived in cities and I was like, if I'm getting mediocre care in the middle of a city, what about these ladies living in the middle of nowhere? Because babies are born everywhere. That's where this program kind of was born from. So when putting it online, so I tried very hard to answer every possible question that could come up. Granted, there's probably more. There's always more. But I put them into these presentations. So it's not just exercises. You're going to get the exercises and you're going to get the therapy nuggets. And there's going to be the demos of how. So we walk through it. It's a mixture of small tidbits of information with like a therapist demoing into an exercise. And it's all about building the whole entire system for you. So there is, like I said, there's a postpartum collection. There is a diastasis collection. I do want to touch on diastasis too in a second because I want you all to kind of be mindful of this. So diastasis, there's a tight pelvic floor, there's prolapse. So no matter where you are at in your journey, there's something there to help guide you on it. Okay. Diastasis. Every woman postpartum, directly postpartum, has a diastasis. Most people, it goes away on its own. Some it does not. But there's certain things you can do to help put yourself in the right direction, no matter where you're at in that spectrum, okay? First, until you know 100% you don't have one, don't do head pickup sit-ups in whatever kind of exercises you're doing. That head pickup puts a lot of pressure on that linea alba, that space where that diastasis is. So why stress it? It's been stressed enough. Let's be kind. The breath, that diaphragmatic deep breathing is actually going to fire up that deep core to start pulling that in and minimizing that stress. So that breath, not only connecting you to your pelvic floor, it's going to help heal your diastasis. I love when things do more than one thing. It's amazing. So please start like using that breath to do that. And then you also, obliques are really important, but the biggest takeaway is do not do crunches. Your crunches are going to make it worse, not better. It's putting too much pressure. Also, as you're doing any exercise, if you start doming or bulging out that middle, that means that that exercise is too much for your core at this moment. Use that as a barometer. If that bulging is happening, do not think you can muscle through it. You're just putting more pressure there. It's not worth it. Back off, deep connect. Try to exercise at a lower level and work up to it. The goal is that you can do that exercise without the bulge. The bulge is only going to stress it. So please don't muscle through. That mentality does not work with this. That I will tell you, I never loved the mentality of just muscling through. I think that it's a sign that you need to step back to move forward. Okay. On my program for you ladies, because I really want to be here to help every single one of you. I'm deeply passionate about helping women. If you are interested in this program at all, there's a special coupon for you. Yana Mom, it gives you 50% off of the program for the lifetime that you use it. So it's not a one-time. It's $19.99 for everybody else. It will be $9.99 for you as long as you want to keep this program. So please feel free. I do know that you guys also record these, and these are open to you guys as well. I just want to help you. I'm also here to answer any questions now or later. If something comes up an hour from now that you're like, oh, damn it, I wish I had asked that question, drop me an email. I'm here. I'm here to be your resource. Okay. No, a couple of things popped up in the chat. I saw a chat thingy. Mary, you got anything for me?
Yes, I do. So, Megan said, I may have missed this. Is this offer on the screen, does it include in person? And if not, what does it cost to come in person? And lastly, are you located in Castle Rock?
Um, Megan, I love you. Um, I am not in Castle Rock yet. I will be soon, though. I am working with an OT to get a spot open there. So soon. My two locations are in Congress Park and Central Park in Denver. So one of them is just north of Cherry Creek North, and the other one is formerly known as Stapleton. So northeast corner of Denver, and then a little bit more central Denver is where my two locations are now, but there are more to come. I promise you. I want to change the face of this for women. This 50% offer is for the online because I know so many of you are not here. If you can get up here, I will gladly give you a 10% discount just for being a young mom to come in and do. You also, everybody can come take a class in my studio for free. First class is free, no matter what. Love for you to come and try us. We do classes and we do uh, one-on-ones sessions as well. I've had a couple of young moms actually reach out when they had a hard time getting into a pelvic floor therapist someplace else because there's long wait times. They've been able to get in with me because what I do is my model allows me to be able to access more people. So getting into a class with me or getting into a private. So if you are desperate for some eyes, even if you can get up here once, we can do a private and then you can be able to do the online to supplement. I'm really designing this to help meet moms wherever you are, physically, mentally, geographically.
Awesome. Thanks, Shari. I don't see any other questions in the chat at the moment.
Amazing. All right. Well, if anybody does have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out. Give me a call, email me. I'm fully contactable through the website. PosturePowerWellness.com is kind of the home of everything. All of our in-person stuff is on there and our online stuff is on there. So you really can access absolutely everything. I think more than anything, I hope that this time has been helpful. I hope it's helping you kind of get an idea of like where to go and know that like giving you some permission to focus on you. I know it's hard. I've been there. I'm a mom as well. I'm a mom of two. I'm a wife. I'm a business owner. I get it. It's really hard. But I know that the little bit of energy you can put towards rehabbing your body is going to help you show up better. So I'm hoping that this empowers you to do a little bit for you with no guilt because it's not about taking time for you is not selfish. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room because I've lived that mommy guilt my whole entire 17 years of being a mom. Showing up in doing this is not selfish. You are going to show up better as a mom, better as a wife, better as a human if you feel good in your own body. You have the right to feel good in your body and you have the right to rehab from this. Your body has just been through something amazing and very taxing. Let's give it time to rehab. If you don't do it now, it will keep showing up later. It's just going to allow you to live better. And so please, I hope this empowers you to just think about you. I think there's so much out there about the baby and what you need to do for the baby. And there just needs to be more about, hey, mama, what about you? Like, that's really important. So thank you for listening to my soapbox.
Of course. Yep. And, Yana's mission is right there along with everything that you just said, Shari. So thank you so much for sharing your soapbox and just for everything that you shared with us in the last 45 to 15 minutes. We're so grateful for your time and Mama's awesome job showing up today. And like Shari said, spending a little time on you, doing a little self-care, focusing on you. It's wonderful to see you all here. And Shari, again, thank you. We look forward to your next session with us.
I'll see you next month. Super excited.
Thank you. Take care, y'all. Thank you.